There are many places around the world where human aspirations to achieve greatness come to reality. One of those places is Dubai, the home of Burj Khalifa, the tallest skyscraper on the planet. But there's this team of pros who've got this dream to bring that kind of ambition to another continent. Their goal is to build something just as unique and inspiring. The person leading the team is Vadim Bukalov.
Hello, buddies.
He chose Phuket as his home about 11 years ago, and since then, he's put together a team of real pros. They've built some cool projects, from the real estate agency Villa Carte to development projects like Layan Green Park and the villa complex La Vista. The team proved that they can create something awesome. They've already got 8 hectares of land on the island, and they're ready to make something massive, something that'll go down in history, that'll be to Phuket what the Burj Khalifa is to Dubai. Their upcoming project is gonna be the new hotspot, a place where tech meets nature, where tourism meets culture, and where business blends with creativity. The plan isn't just for a simple project, it's a real city within a city, a place that everyone in Phuket, locals and visitors, will be attracted to. Bringing such a vision to life isn't just about numbers and technical calculations, it's about challenging the laws of physics and engineering. It's a true test for everyone involved. For Vadim and his team, there are 3 main challenges to tackle. First is the site. The steep drops and rises of the landscape and a real head-scratcher for any architect. If used right, these unique features can add a special flavor and character to the project. But on the other side, they make the construction process trickier and raise the costs. Secondly, they need to find an experienced, renowned architect willing to come to Phuket and be part of this massive creation. Thirdly, searching for an investor for the initial construction phase is crucial. This ensures a smooth kickoff and stability throughout each stage. Dealing with these issues might present challenges that could halt the entire project, leaving Phuket without the promised architectural masterpiece. But Vadim is confident and ready to face whatever comes his way. Join us in this series and track with us the journey of creating Phuket's new icon. This is gonna be a journey filled with obstacles and challenges, and also triumphs. This will be the island's grandest construction ever, and we're inviting you to witness it all unfold.
We're here with you on this earth, where right before your eyes we're gonna build, I ain't afraid to say it, a great project. The top project in Phuket up to now, and we will be executing it in real-time format. Immerse yourself in all the details. Right here on this stretch, it is like a jungle, a field, a mountain, and soon there will be some buildings emerging around here, and soon, in a couple of years, this place will evolve into a beautiful city that will serve as a symbol of eco-friendliness, healthy lifestyle, family values, love, and overall happiness in life on this planet. Innovative. The most important thing is he will be constructive. He will be an example of how one can live in a world of creation, not destruction. We're going to be doing some creating here.
But before diving into the construction process, there is a need to gather a team of experts. On the top of the list is landed a world-class architect. Invitations were sent out to renowned architects from all around the globe. The first to respond was Yeang from Malaysia, one of the most notable architectural firms of the 21st century, honored with over 70 awards in its 25-year of work. The agency has its shining star, Dr. Ken Yeang, a man who rightfully stands among the elites in global architecture. And now he's on board with Vadim's project. This is a massive win and an important moment. But before Dr. Ken gets to business, his assistants will arrive in Phuket to get preliminary information about the land.
Today, the first architects from the Star Architects arrived at our place. Yeah, it's not the actual Dr. Ken who's coming to visit us the day after tomorrow, but his colleagues. They're here to study and ask us all sorts of different questions, you know. Mixed feelings, seems like they're stars, we see what cool projects they've built. We provided diverse materials. Judging by their questions, it seems they didn't bother to look, study, And it appears everyone is studying and asking us the same questions.
So that's why I keep on, if you see that I keep on asking you in details. Yeah, I know that at this stage it's not so detailed. Yeah, but how do you see it? Maybe,
Vadim's team found it odd to hear such questions after a lengthy meeting and presentation.
We don't want anything more from them. Specifically, what don't you understand from what we've given? Their feedback on what we're already showing is unclear.
Perhaps the arrival of Dr. Ken will break down this wall of misunderstanding, a meeting with great expectations.
It's too early to jump to conclusions, as conclusions can be risky. We've done all to prepare to the max. Thus far, I have a certain misunderstanding about this. I believe it's what they want and anticipate. And they probably don't understand what we want here yet. And the day after tomorrow, Dr. Ken the Great himself will fly to us, with whom we will continue our negotiations.
And finally, he's here. Dr. Ken, the world-class architect everyone had been waiting for.
This is...
Here, microphone.
Microphone? Yes. Okay, Dr. Ken, come here.
But the meeting with him leaves Vadim with more questions than answers.
And,
so how many floors can we go above here on this?
Sorry?
How high can we go from here?
How many meters we can build here?
Yes.
23 meters. But only until 40 meters from the sea, we can build 23 meters.
Yesterday, I was here in the night, and I was listening to all the calls. Let me show you.
Yes, it's cicada. Cicada, yes.
So we want to create a nice trail with water and a bit of forest.
Yes.
No more cutting, please.
Okay, no problem.
With age comes wisdom. However, in Dr. Ken's case, Vadim starts to wonder if this renowned architect can truly bring his dream to life, taking into consideration his age and health.
And last one, okay.
Thank you. Okay.
After inspecting the site, the team gathers in the conference room to show Dr. Ken's their presentation.
Whoa. Then integrate that will be the attracting feature, the unique feature that makes it unique. There are a series of ponds which are connected, or we have one big waterfall that flows all the way down, or we have to come up with that concept.
After the presentation, we asked Dr. Ken several questions. Would the land allow the creation of the iconic project?
Definitely, we can create something very special on this site. It's a challenging site. It is not flat, so some of the sites are quite steep, but we can do something very special on this site.
Today you met Vadim. Do you see him as a future partner?
Well, both Nora and Ijaz has met Mr. Vadim before. Mr. Vadim has a great sense of humor.
Yes.
In a few hours we met with him, we laugh a lot, and that is what the relationship is about. If we can make a person laugh, and the person can make me laugh, we're not threatening to each other.
Do you have a vision for this project already?
We have a vision already. That it will be a series of footprints with water feature in between, a waterfall that flows down the site, and then the buildings will be linked on maybe the third floor. A series of linked buildings like a woven pattern. But we're excited by the possibility. This is a fantastic project. So as I said, in my life, at my age, all my projects have to be my magnus opus, my greatest work, and that's what we're going to do. And so in many ways, as I said, the owner's success is our success. But most important, we'll make this project super green that you can go around and tell people, that this is a super green project.
At this point, our meeting with Ken Yeang came to an end. Just a question remained. Would Dr. Ken be able to lead this project to success despite his age and health conditions? Will his ideas be progressive and unique enough for such an ambitious project?
Listen, Dr. Ken is a very cool architect. He has built a large number of iconic projects in various parts of the world. He is simply very interested in everything related to the color green, nature, and other similar things and stuff. They simply pay such a great amount of attention, and it is so captivating, it makes you completely and utterly fall in love with this subject. Nevertheless, there is a condition. The passage of time has an impact. He is presently 76 years old, and in terms of physical health, He is extremely weak. He can hardly walk, nearly incapable of walking completely. Therefore, I believe it is very probable that he will not have the physical capacity to take on such a project, despite his persistent claims that it is effortless for him, even though he keeps saying that it's a piece of cake for him. I need a project that's a swan song. He kept saying it over and over again, like a broken record. Let's see, so I don't know. So Dr. Ken is like a mystery to me. I don't know what to do.
The next architect to visit the team is Martin Palleros from TR Design. But before the meeting, let's hear from Vadim about the requirements set for the architects.
So here we are extending a warm invitation to these world-class architects to Phuket, Thailand. Their presence is an absolute necessity, as they must come, see and feel the indescribable essence of this extraordinary place. And we won't just choose based on how beautifully they draw, we'll choose based on the energy they emit, how much they've fallen in love with this place, how much they want to leave a mark on this planet too. It will be a symbol of eco-friendliness, family, beauty, and harmony with nature. This is really, really important for us. So we're going to thoroughly check these beloved architects of ours for all sorts of psychological stability and eye burnings. Now this, you can say like this, on that energy they'll be passing on to us. Because all architects know how to draw, but not everyone can feel, understand, and create a masterpiece. So here's the deal, we got to create a masterpiece.
It's time to meet the next architect, who represent the international architectural firm TR Design from Bangkok. TR Design boasts extensive experience and numerous awards, including projects in Thailand and Indonesia. Their primary edge is a clear understanding of the local land and culture, thanks to their past projects in Phuket. The real question is whether they possess the capability to create a great project for this region.
Hi, Martin.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, yeah.
It's a good land. Actually, it's a nice.
Yeah. Best land here.
True, yeah, because there's no much land left.
Land. How difficult to build here on this land?
Actually, as I mentioned before, it's a really good land because the slope is very gentle. In Phuket, a lot of the lands is really very steep slope, so that is difficult to build. But here it's perfect. Yes. Because also you want to maximize the views, from the sea. So this one lends itself to try to, maximize the view for all the units. So I think it's good.
During the presentation, after analyzing the site, it became clear that Martin has a thorough understanding of local regulations and landscape nuances, setting him apart from the other candidates.
Yes, yeah. Because I was looking at the land titles recently, and I know that there is a. But anyway,
while discussing project details, Martin joked that he doesn't need to hear too many specifics, as it's his job to think through architectural nuances.
But don't think too much. Let the architect think for you. That's what you will be paying for.
I agree. Some architects told me good architect should interview owner, yeah?
Sure, of course. No, I'm just kidding. It's good to hear your vision and your ideas.
After the presentation, we asked Martin several questions to find out his impressions of the project after seeing it with his own eyes.
I think it's, I got, the vision. I think, as I mentioned before, it's a beautiful site, so I think I got a lot of inspiration, and also hearing from Vadim's ideas. I think there's a lot to think about and a lot of inspiration to do a really nice, unique project.
You've built many projects in Thailand. Do you believe we can create a project that will be different from your other works?
I think what makes each project unique is the land, the setting, and because we do get the inspiration from the land and the owners, each of our project is unique in a different way.
What's your impression about Vadim after this meeting?
Well, what I understand and I like to hear is he's really passionate and wants to do a very unique project, which is also what I like to do. So that's what I think will make a really good partnership working together.
Comparing him with the previous architect, Dr. Ken, the team realizes that each architect has their strengths and weaknesses. Dr. Ken is a global specialist, but his age and health raise concerns. The architect from TR Design, on the other hand, is young and vibrant. His work is reliable, but perhaps not as memorable. In conclusion, it all comes to one question. Would the architect be able to create something truly iconic for this project?
He's an open book, honestly shares his thoughts, knows the market really well, knows our neighbors. He didn't express a lot of emotions, but he also said that he liked the land, he liked our project, the quality of our project. So, let's see, we afforded him a chance as well, so we extend an invitation to him to participate in our competition too, just like we did for the other contestants. We straight up told him that he won't be the only one participating in this competition. We invite different architects, got a task, can he pull it off or not? Does he have sufficient creative potential to understand, create a masterpiece, and be effective at the same time in his creations?
It is contingent upon him. Let's wait and see what happens.
While we were waiting for our next guest, we had a meeting with the new architects. This is a professional team from Kiev, the capital of Ukraine. They couldn't fly to Thailand, but technology allows them to participate in this important project remotely. They already have numerous completed projects, some of them particularly caught Vadim's attention.
Listen, well, these individuals are cool, like Tess and Mir. Yeah, I mean, it appears that they are in Kiev. Well, in principle, it is not surprising, because I had a significant community there, and they promptly discovered that he works for my good friend. Regarding Tess and Mir, I am acquainted with him quite well on a personal level.
I also know him personally, and we won a construction tender for him.
Well, you know, these guys seem to be professional, badass. I really like their project Intergal Boot. Exteriors, based on what I see, are cool, beautiful, and urban in nature. Do you also design interiors, or do you not have any involvement in interior design?
We designed everything: the architecture, exteriors, structural components, and landscaping.
I appreciated that they listened to the customer, paid attention, and asked the right questions. To bring architect's vision to life, the customer's vision is also essential in order to create the desired outcome as envisioned. And here he also paid attention to the fact that they have a different client. They had one vision there, but the client wanted a different vision there, and they did it. Based on my experience, I do not think I will excessively pressure them to conform to my methods, as I believe in allowing room for their own approaches and perspectives. Personally, I feel significantly more comfortable when speaking in my native language, Russian, and communicating with fellow countrymen who are from Kiev, the capital of Ukraine. In that sense, it's definitely much more comfortable. But there's my comfort, and then there's the project's interests. And of course, the project's interests are more important to me.
The final part of our captivating construction journey brings us to a meeting with the main architect from Dubai, Mohammed Adib, a representative of the architectural firm Dewan. This company ranks 41st among the best architectural firms in the world and 3rd in the African region. Their works, such as Dubai Harbor and Eco Park in Vietnam, enrich cities all over the world. But what will be Mohammed's significance and influence on Vadim's project? From the first minutes of their meeting, it becomes evident that Mohammed is asking specific and profound questions.
But how high can you build here?
23 meters from this.
And here, what is behind?
Nothing, it's not our land.
But where do they access this land from? There's another road or something behind? But I mean, nothing will be close building.
Maybe we will build like one side corridors without apartments. And
we can either build apartment like this, 2 apartments, so better view, lower view, or we do apartments all the way through, so that you have maybe some rooms in the back, the master and the living in the front. Because maybe. This is also not bad.
Yes.
North is where here? North?
North is there.
Here, okay. So I mean, here it's also good for the rooms because this is morning sun.
Yes.
And so then in the afternoon, this is the view.
Yeah.
Nice,
It's like it's your work, Mohammed.
Yes.
you should create something. Let's go. By the way,
this is the sale.
Site was 48 right. I called my wife. I meet seller, owner. And maybe 20 minutes, I pay him.
After inspecting the site, they moved to the conference hall for a detailed discussion of the project. Vadim is surprised to answer so many of Mohammed's detailed questions, which evokes mixed feelings in him.
Zone 6 is where we were standing.
I told you, 23 meters, zone 8, and until 16, yes.
I don't think C is very accurate. I think there's a big drop right next to us. Line C, where there was a very big drop.
Yeah.
But see, it's not. I mean, we were standing here, right?
Yes.
And here there was a big drop.
Yes.
Much more than this. But anyway, they're checking this now.
Yeah.
Throughout the discussions, the architect, without hesitation, makes numerous remarks. He also tells interesting thoughts and suggestions, in this way demonstrating his professionalism.
One of the things that, the first impressions was really it is the architecture is almost secondary in this case, in our case. So I think the main exercise and the most important part is really the feeling where you are in every single space of the development, what you see and what you feel. Because first of all, it changes a lot from the street to the top, in quality, in usage, and in the sort of look and feel. But the most important thing really is that every window we need to think about it like a picture frame, and this could be part of the marketing, part of the identity. We give them different characters and different sides of the development.
It seems that Mohammed is genuinely passionate about the project and is ready to bring his creativity and professionalism to this unique construction. But would he be able to complete the task within the set time frame?
I think, in any project, the most important thing is to understand the vision of the client. And I met Vadim obviously by Skype, but this last 24 hours, really, the passion that he has and what he wants to develop is so clear that really it is very easy for us. It's very easy to say, I want the most iconic development in Phuket, but really understand what you want, and in that detail is very, very helpful for us, and it's very, very clear for us as well. The designing architect client, it's more than a marriage, by the way. So really, if we don't get along, the project will not work. If we get along, the project will be a great success. And Vadim is very easy to get along, very easy to talk to, and I think we understand each other quite clear. So I'm very happy to go ahead if that's the case.
Vadim and his team were impressed after meeting with Mohammed. But will this be enough for choosing him?
Mohammed is a cool dude. He is very experienced. At the moment, he is over there, in his prime. He is like 5 years older than me, but man, he is really level-headed. He has some awesome work experience in Kazakhstan, and in my opinion, that is somewhere much closer to our mentality. The mentality of the Commonwealth of Independent States. It is way easier to understand and communicate when you are on the same wavelength. You know what I mean, right? I mean, it's just a whole different vibe, being in sync with someone who shares your background and perspective. So this guy, right, he comes flying over to us and he falls head over heels for the land he sees, and he's just like, whoa, totally blown away. He states, we don't need anything here. The land, nature has done everything so that we just need to fit a beautiful building in this spot. He is also extremely passionate about sustainable, and it is a major focus and interest for him. Another aspect that is highly significant about Mohammed, I believe no one highlighted the importance as extensively as Mohammed did on the subject of efficiency. Well, and he himself states that it is business, it is efficiency. I understand it from my perspective, and it is cool, it is awesome. He was telling some example that they are top-notch in Dubai, and they build skyscrapers there. And here is one of the clients. They lost the tender because their efficiency was 0.5 percentage point lower than the efficiency that was expected by the client who issued the tender. Imagine the level of obsession this individual has with efficiency. He truly understands it. He feels it in his fingertips. He comprehends the essence of business, the concept of beauty, the significance of quality, and the art of building it all effectively.
Viewers have been able to witness the unique process of selecting an architect for a grand project on Phuket Island. We saw how fundamentally different in their approach and vision they are. architects from various parts of the world met with Vadim, examined the site, and discussed potential project concepts. The meeting with the veteran of the profession, Dr. Ken from Singapore, raised doubts and concerns. Would this architect be able to realize Vadim's ambitious plans? The architect from Tierra in Bangkok demonstrated a clear understanding and knowledge of the area. But would his project leave an unforgettable image and become a symbol of the island? The Ukrainian team, being at a distance, stood out for their confidence and professionalism. But would they be able to transfer their experience and creativity to such a distant and exotic project? And finally, Mohammed from Dubai, passionate and ambitious. But would he be able to subordinate his creativity to the strict deadlines and requirements of the project? While the architects engage in their creativity and fight for the right to realize their ideas, the project team is busy with another vital task: searching for investors ready to invest in this unique project at the initial stage. There is still a lot of work ahead, from choosing an architect and creating a master plan, to seeking financing and launching the construction itself. But the project team remains optimistic and continues to work diligently and productively.
The month was truly fascinating. Like, on one hand, it was challenging. I had many tight schedules and various graphs. But let me tell you, I derived great enjoyment and energy from the work we are doing. We had a bunch of meetings, Zooms, everyone was given the same brief, everyone was given the same conditions. Currently, we are gathering and in the process of collecting feedback. Next month, we will definitely make a decision on who we will be working with in the long run. To stay updated, subscribe to the channel. Kindly share your feedback on the architect you like the most. We value your opinion. Come on, lend a hand. Let's construct this project together. By the way, you understand that we're doing all of this in live format, right? And we're going to build it together. Catch you in the next episode.